Chapter 252. The only thing that matters is strength. Translator. Chibi General Editor. Chibi General. Whoosh! Mountain winds blew through the camp, enhancing the quietness of the camp even more. The 100 people formed a circle. Inside the circle were 2 dead bodies and 2 standing people. Fang Yuan and Bai Ningbing's gaze slowly swept through everyone. Many did not even dare to match their cold gaze. At the end, Fang and Bai's gaze landed on Jia Long and other caravan leaders. These people had charged out aggressively, but were immediately taken aback by the cultivation levels Fang Yuan and Bai Ningbing revealed. Right now, they were in a situation where they could neither retreat nor advance. With the loss of Wu Yanggong and Wu Fei, the caravan now had 11 rank 3, 27 rank 2, and 38 rank 1 Gu Masters. Their combined strength was naturally greater than Fang Yuan and Bai Ningbing by a lot. However, the caravan was only a temporary mixed match of different groups. These Gu Masters were from their respective clans and were normally engaged in scheming and guarding against each other. They would only cooperate if it was under a favorable situation. They had their own interests and were not a united bloc, and had their own ways of doing things. They were of different minds and would not be easy to lead. Fang Yuan and Bai Ningbing displayed rank 3 peak stage cultivation. No doubt they were 2 tough figures. No single clan could take them down alone, and even if they combined their strength, there would definitely be severe damage to the caravan. Momentarily, Jia Long, Chen Shuangjin, and other leaders looked at Fang and Bai before quietly sizing up each other. None of them wanted to be cannon fodder and benefit others instead. Moreover, the current situation was one where the beast groups frequently attacked. Everyone in the caravan were having trouble protecting themselves, let alone care about others. External pressure and the worries in their heart made them hesitate. The corner of Fang Yuan's lips curled up into an indistinct smile. Their reactions were all within his expectations. Now it is all up to her. Although things had escalated quickly, and he hadn't communicated with Shangshin CI, Fang Yuan believed she should be able to sense this opportunity with her intelligence. Sure enough, the next moment, Shangshin CI and Zhao Die walked out of the tent. Caravan leaders, these 2 are my Zhang clan's hidden elders, Lord He Tu and Lord Bai Yun. Shangshin CI took this chance to introduce them. Her voice wasn't loud, but she was the only one speaking among everyone present, thus everyone could clearly hear her. The caravan leaders all had different expressions, whereas the crowd began to think over the 2 names, He Tu and Bai Yun. Shangshin CI faintly smiled. The 2 lords were on a secret clan mission and coincidentally entered this caravan on the way. The caravan leaders looked at each other, all falling into silence. Since they were hidden elders, even Zhang clan's clan leader might not necessarily know of their existences. Moreover, the secret clan mission meant it was inappropriate to inquire about their motives. Shangshin. Xi's 2 sentences blocked any questions they wanted to ask. Of course, although these words were reasonable, it was only a one-sided statement by Shangshin CI. The caravan leaders were all astute. Each of them had made their own contemplations in their minds. Nobody was thoroughly convinced, and suspicious ones were still suspicious. But whether suspicious or believing, Fang and Bai's strength were already displayed before them, so there could only be one way to end this. Thereupon, so it was like that. Everything was a misunderstanding. Jia Long suddenly laughed, his face revealing a warm smile. He cupped his hands towards Fang and Bai and sincerely praised them. I had never expected such great heroes to be hidden in our midst. This father and son from Wu clan were indeed too unreasonable, and their way of doing things were also questionable. I have already persuaded them many times before, but a pity they didn't take it to heart. Their execution today can be said to be their just desserts. These words had immediately concluded this matter. The other vice leaders also responded at this moment, cupping their hands at Fang and Bai while cursing Jia Long inwardly for being shameless. Zhang clan is well known and is worthy of being one of the top clans of our southern border. I am Lei Gongcheng of Lei clan. It is my good fortune to be able to meet both of you. It is our great fortune that both of you have exterminated evil for us. The vice leaders were all full of smiles as they said nonsense, twisting logic as they pleased. The killers became the righteous representative, while the U clan's father and son became evildoers. As for U clan's other Gu masters, there were only 3 of them remaining, who cared about their unsightly expressions. In any case, U Yanggong was dead without a rank 3 Gu master who would dare to be bold, who could stand up for them. "You scoundrels, still not greeting the 2 lords?" one of the vice leaders shouted while pretending to be displeased. "We pay respects to Lord He Tu and Lord Bai Yun." Over 20 people immediately bowed and greeted Fang and Bai. The whole camp was again sent into a clamor. The caravan has suffered heavy losses and is on the brink of crisis. It is our fortune to have met both of you. Please, I invite you into the tent to further discuss our situation. Jialong walked closer and invited them sincerely. Fang Yuan and Bai Ningbing glanced at each other before Fang Yuan walked towards Shang Xinxiai and consulted. "Xinxiai, what is your opinion?" Seeing this scene, Jialong immediately raised the status of Shang Xinxiai in his mind. Shang Xinxiai slightly shook her head and spoke with a delicate tone. "I am tired. It is better for the caravan leaders to discuss together." Fang Yuan inwardly praised her intelligence. This was just the time to take a step back to make an opportunity for greater advances later. He nodded and said in agreement, "Our Zhang clan's goods have all been donated. We have no interest towards these and will not interfere." This, Jialong hesitated and was about to persuade, but Shang Xinxiai had already turned around. Fang and Bai also left in an impressive way without giving any opportunity to Jialong, leaving behind this crime scene for others to deal with. "All right, everyone get back to your work now. The camp still needs to be strengthened. It is a good thing 2 rank 3 peak stage Gu masters appeared, and the U clan's people, clean up these 2 corpses." The only 3 remaining Gu masters of the U clan ran over. 1 rank 2 middle stage and 2 rank 1 Gu masters. Tears flowed down their faces as they held in their hatred, lowered their heads and carried the father and son's corpses. The crowd slowly dispersed. The high-spirited caravan leaders couldn't maintain their composure any longer when they were back at the tent, their expressions fluctuating as the hypocritical smiles disappeared from their faces into solemnness, bewilderment, indifference, and worry. Jialong slowly sat down on the main seat and spoke with a gloomy voice. "The sudden appearance of 2 Gu masters. What do you make of it?" These are 2 lawless lunatics, publicly killing people." "That pitiful U Yanggong, we were just here sitting with him a moment ago. I feel like these 2's origins are highly suspicious." "What hidden elders?" That is only that Zhang clan girl's one-sided statement. From these 2's behaviors, they are very likely to be demonic Gu masters. "That's right. Occasions like demonic paths Gu masters entering the caravan are common. I bet that Zhang clan girl was threatened by them." Jialong nodded. "My thoughts are also about the same as yours. Zhang clan's proud personality and their strengths are all known to us. How could there be any hidden elders? But these 2 are vicious and also rank 3 peak stage. Yes, this is troublesome. These 2 don't look to be old, but have already reached rank 3 peak stage. Such talent. Ha ha ha, everything has merits and demerits. The way I see it, this is also good. Their strengths will greatly increase our power." A vice leader spoke. "The crucial thing is how can we use them for our benefits? Just now, I took the initiative to invite them to discuss these matters and make them work for us. But it ended up in failure." Jialong heaved a sigh. Not lending their strength. When the beast groups attack, who can do nothing? By then it's not up to them. A vice leader spoke in a displeased tone. "This matter needs to be considered properly. Demonic Gu masters are arrogant and unyielding. Trying to force them with only external pressure won't work. They need to be pressured from both inside and outside." I am not sure what Brother Gongsun is suggesting. My suggestion is simple, but I am afraid you might not like it. It is to give a portion of the goods to those 2. They will naturally step forward to protect their goods when the time comes." The camp fell into silence immediately. Jia Long looked around before speaking. This suggestion is good. Humans die for wealth and birds die for food without any clan's backing. Demonic goo masters have an intense thirst towards cultivation resources. Moreover, you don't need to be worried about incurring losses. Did you forget Uklan? The pondering gazes of the group immediately started brightening. Fang Yuan and Binding Bing's sudden appearance had made Zhang Clan into an influential force in the caravan, while Uklan was thrown by them into the weakest position. Uklan's father and son were dead. The remaining 2 to 3 small fry in the Uklan group were nothing to worry about. The goods held by Uklan seemed quite substantial. Uncle, I have an important matter to inform you. Chun Xin had constantly been paying attention to the tent, and once the discussion inside was over, he approached the Chen clan's caravan leader, Chen Shuangjin. Chen Shuangjin grabbed his hand. I know what you want to say. This is not the right place. Let's go. The two returned to their own tent, and after confirming no one was eavesdropping, Chen Xin spoke. Uncle, do you remember I reported to you about how Zhang Zhu was murdered? Chen Shuangjin's face was grave as he nodded his head. Zhang Zhu was killed by someone with bone spears, and today that He Tu and Bai Yun also used bone spears. That is it. Uncle, those two are harboring some unfathomable motives, are very ruthless. We need to make their crime known and combine our strength to kill off this danger early. Chen Xin was agitated. Chen Shuangjin slowly shook his head and sighed. Chen Xin was puzzled. Uncle, you don't approve? It is not that I don't approve, but that it is not feasible. I saw with my own eyes, we have evidence. As long as we announce the matter about them killing Zhang Zhu, no one will tolerate these backstabbing traitors. Evidence? There is witness testimony, but what about material evidence? Chen Shuangjin scoffed. Even if we have material evidence, what good it would do? My nephew, only evidence is of no use. The main thing is whether you have the strength. Just before they killed the Yu clan's father and son, you also saw that, and others also saw it. We are all witnesses. But is it any use? We are all from different clans. But with us having different motives, how could we deal against these two foes? Uncle, are we going to just ignore them? They are too dangerous. I can't even sleep properly. What if they find out that I know? The more Chen Xin spoke, the more fearful he became. You think too greatly of yourself. You think they don't know about you? Maybe they already know, or maybe they already saw you but didn't make a move. Why is that? Because you are nothing to worry about. Chen Xin, stop being naive. In this cold world, the only thing that matters is strength. Chen Shuangjin heaved a deep sigh. Chen Xin remained dazed at the spot. He clenched his fists. His uncle's words struck his young heart, and he couldn't say anything for a long while.